Hey, Facebook, how are you? So, I know that you guys know, or I don't know if you know, but I'm part of an exclusive group. Our mentor, Mr. Myron Golden, and he holds calls every single Tuesday night at 9. So, what I'll try to do is when I know he's holding one, I'll post it. But this call tonight was fire. I'm gonna tell you for real. Hey, Reggie. This call tonight really had me doing a lot of thinking. Almost brought me to tears. Almost. Um, I'm going to tell you honestly, I don't even know where to start. I know you've seen a couple of the posts, but I'm just going to talk about just a couple of things that stood out to me today. Um, One of the things he talked about, how to stop what's stopping us is, hey, Yesenia, Chikaris, Miss Garcia. Um, for those of you who are joining me on YouTube, this started out as Facebook Live. So please bear with me as I say hello to those who join me in real time. He said the first thing that stops us is our mannerisms. Uh, Everything about us speaks to people about us. Does that make sense? A lot of what he said, like you knew it. You know how you know something, but you don't know what it is you know. Does that make sense? Perceptive power. He says, how do you see yourself? How you see yourself determines how you carry yourself. And how you carry yourself determines how others see you. So sometimes, he had us actually describe to him in one word what we thought of him. And Mr. Golden he contracted polio when he was like 1. So he has a disability. And all of the things that we said he was, none was disabled. None was learning disabled. I mean, it was just who he is, right? Hey, Tangi, how are you? So people see you the way you see yourself. So sometimes, I guess, you wonder why people treat you a certain way, or does that make sense to you? Does anybody, do you guys hear me? Is this, because I don't even know, these are some cheap headphones, y'all, so I don't even know what to do. People see you the way you see yourself. So the example he gave today was, if you see yourself as a victim. And some of this stuff, honestly, guys, it is completely, absolutely, and utterly subconscious. We don't even realize that hey, Tiffany, we don't even realize that we see things the way we do. Sometimes we don't even realize what we're thinking, because some of the stuff is just so ingrained in our subconscious, right? So, if you see yourself as a victim, or you're always the victim, people will look at you as somebody to victimize. That's deep, right? Another thing he talked about was our mouth, self-sabotage. And one of the things my daughters and my husband can tell you, the word I hate is try. Oh, I'm trying. Oh, I'm trying. No, you're either doing it or you're not doing it. You know what I mean? He said that when you say, oh, I really want this, well, want can be desire, but it can also be a sign of lack. So when you're always speaking about what you want, that means it's like the word means two things at one time. You desire it, but you lack it. And you don't want to speak in terms of lack ever. So you say, I desire, that Maserati or whatever it is you desire. I desire a great marriage. I desire wonderful children. He says just to be very, very intentional with our words. That is way, and I forget that sometimes. And another thing he said that really stood out to me was God created the world. He spoke everything into existence. And if we are made in his image, we have to watch what we say, because some of the things that we speak actually become things. And it's not so much you're speaking things into existence, it's more of you're able to speak faith where doubt once existed, and then that pushes you to move. It pushes you into action. Hey, Carolyn, How are you? How are those babies, girl? They are getting so big. Um, so it stands to reason that our words have power. They do. They really, really do. And sometimes we don't even realize how much power our words have. Solomon said, just to be wise, just to be careful what you speak. I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to hit on some of the big points tonight, guys. Listen, if you guys want more, I'll put a link in the comments. Virtual Millionaire Club. He speaks and teaches from a completely biblical perspective. This man loves the Lord. He breaks the Bible down like I've never seen before in my whole life. And he teaches financial, I guess, intelligence. He teaches you a lot about finances and business and also marketing. But he does it in such a way that you're not stepping over people, or you're not, hurting others to get ahead, right? The way he teaches is crazy. And, one thing about having a mentor that I've learned just on this journey is that sometimes it's hard to take, because certain things have been so ingrained in us from such an early age. Like I said, your subconscious holds a lot of things that you don't even realize that it holds, right? So sometimes some things he says, like, it hits you hard. You know how you're in church and the preacher steps on your toe and you walk out limping? Like, straight up, that is what it feels like sometimes. But I know that's a good thing, because if I knew already, why would I need a mentor, right? Another huge thing he said tonight, guys, that really stuck out. There's two more things, and I'll let you go. I'm not gonna hold you long. Circumstance is made of, it's a compound word, and the root words are circle and stand. And he said, your circumstances are things that surround you while you stand still. And if you want your circumstances to change, you have to move. I almost threw the phone. Oh my gosh, like that was a straight up, hey Lindsay, girl, how are you? That was a straight up aha, oh my God moment. We can't stand still. When we stand still, those things, things surround us, they encircle us. And the more we choose, because everything is a choice, when we choose not to move, when we stand there, it seems like those things and those struggles are magnified. But if you start to move, if you replace your doubt with faith, and you start to move forward, you kind of figure those circumstances, they work themselves out, right? And the other thing he talked about that really, really stirred me was our mind, and how our mind, like I just said, a lot of times your subconscious controls a lot. So he talks about our mind and how your memories, a lot of people fail because they remember what that feels like. They remember what struggle feels like, right? And so it makes it easy to fail because you just fall back on what you know. Does that make sense? And he said a lot of times, what people do is they'll recreate the past. Hey, Jennifer, Miss Maxwell, how are you? People will recreate the past, right? And they'll feel as if they're living in the present, but they're really not. They're really living in the past. You're recreating those memories. Those memories are there, those memories of struggle. And he said the way to get past that is to create new memories, to create new memories, to do, to create new experiences. So those are some of the things that he talked about tonight. Y'all, I have, these notes are crazy. I was right. He was talking faster than I could write. So I'm hoping to find this. Well, I know he will upload it into the Virtual Millionaire Club. It's the club I'm a part of. And when I tell y'all, we learn a lot. We learn a lot that goes against the grain of what it is that we've been taught or what it is that we see. So, all right, I'm not going to hold you guys. I've been on here talking and yapping for 10 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll put the link in the comments, and probably a video that'll give you more of an idea of, what we are learning in this group. And one thing I will tell you before I let you go is I realized that as I implement what I'm learning, because, when you learn, the goal is not to know, it's to master, right? So what I've learned is when I implement and apply what it is that this gentleman is teaching us, Mr. Myron Golden is teaching us, yo, it works. And I have seen a change, more so a lot in me, but then also in my business as well. So I'm gonna put the link at the bottom. I'm gonna upload a video to let you guys see, and I'm gonna let you go. Hey Erica, how are you? I'm just wrapping up, girly. Catch the replay, please, please. You're gonna love it. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.